Yes, guys, and welcome back to the preview and predicted lineup. This is your PSV Eindhoven versus Arsenal Champions League preview and predicted lineup, people. Match day 6, the final Champions League game of this group stage. Both teams already through, as we know. We're going to go for the preview, give my thoughts about this upcoming game. Look at PSV this season. We're going to go for my predicted lineup as well, what I want to see Arteta go for. And not only my score prediction at the end, guys. As always, you guys know how these previews work. Leave your thoughts down below. Leave your predictions down below. We'll go through every single one of your guys' comments. So I want to know your score predictions down below. And I want to know your also lineup. Because let me know your lineup. But I think it'll be interesting in terms of lineups. Because this game, we could easily rotate our squad. So let me know your thoughts down below. Big up the chat as always. This is the third live stream of today. The grind does not stop, people. Thanks for supporting the other 2 live streams we did earlier. Go and check them out if you haven't already. They're just like match reactions for the Premier League today. But we're back with the Arsenal content, people. Still very disappointed after our performance and the result on Saturday. Losing to Unai Emery's Aston Villa was very, very disappointing still. Awful result. I will talk more about that game later on in the show. And also, I will dissect it even more on my podcast tomorrow, like I do every single Monday. We've got a great panel for that lined up tomorrow as well. So that'll be 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow. We'll be dissecting that game as well. But let's get straight into the preview, people. Let's talk about this game then. PSV against Arsenal. We'll start, as always, with the recent encounters against PSV. I think we should start with the one we obviously played them in the group stage already at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal's first game back in the Champions League. We absolutely battered them 4-0. I want the same again, please. I feel like it's going to be a different game than obviously the one we played at the Emirates. We were absolutely superb. We was absolutely ruthless, relentless performance at the Emirates against these lot. We won 4-0, and it could have been more than that. It could have been more than that. You know, they decided to go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, and we absolutely battered them. And we saw Saka have an absolute masterclass. Kai Havertz played really well in the game as well, which I remember. Odegaard got on the score sheet. Gabriel Jesus, I think, scored as well. Yeah, and it was a superb performance. That was when we beat them, of course, 4-0 at the Emirates this season. We go to the other Emirates game, and now the bottom 2 are in Europa League. So the one where Cody Gakpo and Odegaard was in Europa League last season, and we did win that game 1-0. Granit Xhaka obviously did score our only goal with 20 minutes left to play. That was a bit more of a tough game for us compared to one we played them this season at the Emirates. But yeah, we did win that game 1-0. And then the game bottom right here, you can see where Saliba is. We got absolutely battered in this game last season, as you guys know, in Europa League. They beat us 2-0 on the night. It was an awful performance by Arsenal standards. PSV deserved the win. I think Luke Dion scored for them as well, which I remember. But yeah, it should have been more than 2-0 PSV. You know, we were lucky it wasn't 3, 4, 5 in that game, because we was absolutely awful in that. Guys, sorry, I think I got a bit of a cold. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got a little bit of a cold coming, but yeah, we was absolutely awful in that game, and they deserved that win away from home. And then top one where Henry is, we actually lost in the Champions League 1-0 to PSV away from home. So in terms of when we play away from home to PSV, the record's not good. You know, we lost 2-0 in Europa League, and we lost 1-0 this Champions League in 2005. I could be wrong. 2004-5 season, I'm pretty sure. You see where Henry is there. I think this is where we got to the semi-finals. I think we played Real Madrid in this season as well. I can remember us wearing that yellow kit. But yeah, we did lose that game 1-0. So home form against PSV, we're all right, you know. But away form, we haven't won at PSV away from home. I don't even know when the last time we won. It definitely wasn't last season, and certainly wasn't where Henry is when we lost that game 1-0. So yeah, that needs to change obviously on Tuesday. But there's some of the recent encounters that we have faced against PSG. I think the most one that everyone remembers is the one this season where we did beat them 4-0. Oh, great. My PowerPoint's ruined. That is a joke, man. Is this like? Is it for all the slides? No, it's just for. I think it's just for one slide. Why did they have to ruin one slide like this? Basically, this is about PSV this season, yeah. That is annoying, man. Thanks PowerPoint. Sorry about this, guys. Technical difficulties, but this slide was meant to be for PSV this season, right? We'll talk about them this season. PSV currently on fire, right? They've played 15 games in the Eredivisie, and they've won all 15. Literally unbeaten. They've not drew a game. They've won all 15. They're absolutely relentless this season. They've absolutely dominated. They've ripped apart the Eredivisie. Haven't lost a game yet. And obviously, they've already beat Ajax, but Ajax having a horrendous season. So, yeah, they've played 15 games, won all 15 games. They're on some really, really good form at the moment. And they've had a great start to the, they've had a great start to the new season. Champions League-wise, obviously, they've won every single game. No, they haven't. They've lost one game, and that was obviously against Arsenal. So we're both through in the group. Obviously, we've already topped the group, so they're there through as well. We finished third. We finished first. They finished second. But yeah, they've obviously they beat Sevilla, beat Lens, and obviously lost to us. That's the only game they've lost in the Champions League group stage was to Arsenal. So yeah, they are some very, very good form. You know, they're currently top of the Eredivisie, as we know. I'm going to quickly take a look at the let's have a look, Eredivisie table, because yeah, as I said, they literally played 15 games and they've won all 15. They've got a 10-point difference above finals, so they've pretty much won the Eredivisie. Yeah, madness, absolute madness. So they're on absolute fire right now, PSV this season. Let's talk about some of their key players to watch out for then. I felt like their main three attackers, to be honest. We've got Noah Lan here, former Club Brugge player. He is a very good player. I remember we were actually linked with him as well I think a few transfer windows back. Yeah, so we were actually linked with Noah Lan. But yeah, he's a decent player that we got to watch out for. He does play for them. He's more of like a left winner. He can play centre forward as well, but he's more of like a left winner. So he'll be up against probably the Ben White for this game. So yeah, he's got to be careful of Noah Lan. I remember him. I think he played at the Emirates as well. He didn't do that much for this, but he did look a threat every time he did get the ball. So I think he's one of the players that we got to watch out for. Of course, Hervin Lozano did start his career at PSV, went to Napoli, then came back to PSV. Of course, a Mexican, the guy who scored in the World Cup 2018 against Germany. He can play on the right wing as well. He's another good player. If we play Zinchenko, that is what we've got to be careful of, is Lozano against Zinchenko, because Lozano is a fantastic player as well on his day. And obviously this guy up front, Luke De Jong, the guy who always seems to turn up against Arsenal. Yeah, I know he didn't turn up against when we played him at the Emirates, but this guy causes issues. This guy causes problems when we played against PSV last season and we got absolutely battered 2-0. He actually did score against us in that game. And yeah, he did cause us a few issues. And yeah, that is a guy we've got to watch out for the most. I think that is their main threat. I'll quickly go to their squad and how they're going to line up as well. Just going to talk about this as well. So how they've been lined up in Eredivisie. They've been playing I want to look at the game when they're playing against Feyenoord, right? They've been playing a simple 4-3-3. Benitez is in goal. They play Teze, this guy called Bosgali, and then Showdown, Sergio Dest as well, former Barcelona player, AC Milan player. They play Verman in midfield, who's a good player. Till Bakayoko is a player that we got to watch out for as well. He looks a threat. I think we dealt with him reasonably well. I think he was actually playing instead of Lozano, wasn't he? I think Bakayoko was playing on the right instead of Lozano was. And so they played him. They got Patrick Van Aanholt as well, former Palace player. Pepe's been scoring a few goals for him as well. Ricardo Pepe, the America striker, has been scoring quite a few goals for them. I'm going to just have a look to see how they set up against us very quickly. in when we played them in the Champions League, because I swear they played Bakayoko on the right. If I go to the 4-0 game, so against when we played them in Emirates, they played a 4-2-3-1. Benitez was in goal. They played Teze, Bella Kocha, Boscagli, Serginho Des, Verman, Shotton. They played, Bakayoko was on the right for them. Noah Lam was on the left, and Dion was up front. So they went with a 4-2-3-1. And then if we take a look at when they played against, I think, was it Seville? When they beat Seville to go through, they changed their formation, I'm pretty sure. No, they didn't. So they played. So there's Team Champions League. In the Eredivisie, they seem to play a 4-3-3. And then in the Champions League, it seems to be a 4-2-3-1. Benitez, Teze, Lamario, Boscagli, Dest, Verman, Shotton, Bakayoko, Till, Lozano played on the left that game. So, and then Dion was up front for the Champions League. So he seems to play their manager. I think it's Peter Bosz. Yeah, the guy who got sacked from Lyon as well. He seems to play a 4-2-3-1 in Champions League. Seems to play a 4-3-3 in Eredivisie. I expect them to play a 4-2-3-1 in the Champions League encounter, guys. But yeah, there's some of the players that we got to watch out for. They're the main three that we got to watch out for from PSV. All right, let's go to the Arsenal side of things. Let's go to my lineup. You can see I've heavily rotated it. They will be getting into the comment section about my lineup. Listen, we're through. We're top of the group. We don't have to play our full team. But I've still gone reasonably strong. I've still gone strong enough to beat PSV. I've still gone strong enough to not take the piss with it and, not take PSV lightly. So yeah, I've gone with Ramsdale in goal. I've got a funny feeling he will play Ramsdale. It's Champions League. We're through. We're top of the group. If he plays Raya, then we just know Ramsdale's finished, bro. If he's not going to finish already at Arsenal. If Arteta decides to go with David Raya for this game instead of Ramsdale, then we just know, yeah, it's really over for Ramsdale Arsenal. But I think he will play Ramsdale. I mean, what happens if he plays Carl Hein instead? That would be laughable, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think he would play Ramsdale for this game. I'm going to go Ramsdale in goal. I mean, I think you got to start him. I mean, that's yeah, you've got to start him. It's like non-negotiable. So Ramsdale in goal. Then the back four, I was going to play Cedric, but I was like, no, I'm not going to take the piss with it. PSV are good sides. So I have gone with Ben White because we literally have no one else there. Tomiyasu is injured, by the way. So there's no Tomiyasu for this game. He's be out till like probably February or March. Obviously, Timber's still not back until March. And so our other right back is obviously, apart from Ben White, is Cedric. And I'm not playing Cedric for this game. So, I mean, I'd honestly rather play Raw Walters because he's more younger than someone like Cedric, to be honest. But yeah, so I've got Ben White right back. I still think this Champions League, as I said, you can't take the piss of it in terms of playing players like Cedric for this type of Champions League game. Like, I get we're through, I get we're top of the group, but it's still the Champions League, and we need to be careful because PSV, they're at home, they can cause us. They can cause upsets. I don't want to get battered by these as well, and I don't want to lose this game. So yeah, I've gone reasonably strong as well. So yeah, Ramsdale in goal. I've got Ben White right back. I have put Sleeper in there because again, we haven't got any other centre back cover there. You could go Gabriel. Obviously, Holding's gone now, so it's actually going to be. I'm going to throw Sleeper in there, and I'm going to throw Jakob Kivior in there as well. I think you got to go with Kivior. I think give Gabriel rest for this type of game. Put Saliba in there because we ain't got anyone else really. So I would rest Saliba if we had another centre back, but we don't have anyone else to put there. We could have Tomiyasu, but Tomiyasu's injured. Tomiyasu could play centre back, but he's injured. So yeah, we can't really go with Tomiyasu because he's injured. So we have to go with Saliba and Kivior back at centre back as well. And I prefer this guy as a centre back, more of a left back personally. So yeah, Kivior, Saliba, and then I go on Zinchenko left back. Again, we haven't got any other left back there. Tinney's out on loan. Obviously, Tavares is we binned him off, thankfully. And Tomiyasu's injured, as I said, so Zinchenko will go left back. I'm just a bit wary when it comes defensively. Whether they play Lozano, whether they play Bakayoko, whether they play what's his name? Noah Lan. I'm a bit wary when it comes to Zinchenko defensively. But I'm going to put him left back. Now, the two in midfield, people may hate me for this. I've dropped Declan Rice. Think you need to rest him. I've dropped Havertz. No, I haven't dropped Havertz. He's up there. But I've gone with Jorginho. And I've gone El Neni. I've gone Jorginho and El Neni in the two midfield because this is what I think we should do. I think we should rotate this squad, yeah? I mean, you give Declan Rice a rest, you save him for Brighton, and then you play Jorginho and El Neni. It's Champions League, man, right? El Neni, right, is, that type of player who just gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? He's not spectacular. He's just average. He's that type of player that gets the job done. Like, you can rely on him to just do a job. And you obviously got Jorginho alongside him who hasn't played in quite a while. But I think, already has that experience playing the Champions League. So I'll drop Declan Rice. I'll play Jorginho and El Neni for this game in the two midfield. And then in front of them, I'll drop Odegaard as well. And I'll put Havertz in there as a more advanced attacking role. I think he's been on a roll recently. I think Havertz been on some great form for us recently. And I'm going to put him in that Odegaard position, more attacking. And hopefully, he can bag a goal or something as well. So, because he's been on some fantastic form recently. So, big up to Kai Havertz. Right outside, I think you got to drop Saka. Didn't want to see Saka play for this game. Give him a rest. Play Reece Nelson. You sign him up to a new contract, Arteta. Play Reece Nelson for this game. Yeah, this is the type of game that we could throw him in there. Nelson on the right for me. Then people will be baffled by this decision. Why I've not gone for Eddie Nketiah? I've gone with Martin on left, and I'll tell you why. He needs a confidence boost. I'm sorry, he needs that confidence boost. That's why I've gone with him. Yeah, that's why I've gone with him. I'm going to go Martinelli on the left. I believe he needs to get his confidence levels back up. He wasn't that great against Villa. I know he scored against Luton, but I'm talking about the Villa game, man. He didn't look to his normal self. He hasn't really looked to his normal self this season, has he? So I do believe we can use his threat as well on that left-hand side. You could go Trossard on the left and put Eddie up front, but I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah for this game. I've dropped Eddie Nketiah once again. I want to see this guy, Trossard, Dino, as a false nine down the middle. You could quite easily swap Martinelli and Trossard around. You could play Martinelli down the middle himself. But I want to see Trossard, Dino. Obviously, he's been... last game he played, I think, was Wolves, weren't it, when he played in the deep midfield role, left centre mid. I didn't really like him there. So, playing back to his normal self, false nine, he's been doing well in the Champions League. So, you could go Jesus, but again, don't really want to risk him when we've got a big game against Brighton on the weekend as well coming up. So, yeah, that's my lineup, guys. Just remember, I think this is a fair lineup. I think I've rotated it enough because we're top of the group. We're through to the next round. So is PSV. But at the same time, you've got to give respect to the opponent. You've got to respect PSV, not take the piss with them, because we saw what happened last season. They can batter us, and they did batter us last season. So I think it's respectful. It's a respectable lineup because, again, I want to give respect to our opponents as well. So yeah, I'm going to Trossard down the false nine, Martin on the left, Nelson on the right, Havertz. That's our attack. I think that's a good attack. Midfield, questionable, but again, reason being, top of the group, already through. PSV already through as well. El Neni and Jorginho, I think, will do a decent job in there. Ben White, right back. Saliba, Kiwior, Zinchenko, Ramsdale, goalkeeper. Simple as that for me, people. Let's go to the score prediction. I've gone with an Arsenal win as always. I think it's been one of these games. I think it'd be totally different to that game we played against them at the Emirates where we backed them 4-0. I feel like it'd be, a lot more tougher. I feel like they'll learn a lesson as well. I feel like the way how they tactically they got it all run against us because they went toe of Arsenal and we were superb on the night, yeah. But whenever you go toe of Arsenal, you did get battered, and that's exactly what they did. So I feel like it's going to be more of that type of cagey game. Just remember as well, both teams are already through. So I've gone with Arsenal win, man. I've gone with an Arsenal win. I've gone with a 2-1 away win. I do think we will get the 3 points. I do think we will get the win, and I feel like it'll be a good game. So yeah, I've gone 2-1 to the Gunners. People, leave your prediction down below. What do you think down below? Yeah, that is my prediction. 2-1 to Arsenal. Goal scorers. You know what? I'm going Havertz scoring. I do think Havertz will score. Yes, I'm going for Kai Havertz to score. I'm going for Trossard to score as well. For PSV, I reckon Luke de Jong will score like he did last season. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 away win for the Gunners, guys. I got a really bad cold. I'm sorry. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. I was literally fine on my 2 other streams I did today, yeah. I was literally fine. And now, just as soon as I start this stream, I've got just a really bad cold. So yeah, there we go, people. Let's go back. Let's talk about the Villa game a little bit as well, just because I've had a little time to recover it. But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying very quickly. Big up to Luca in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Luca. Big up to Declan as well. Declan, man, I did do my Tottenham review, Tottenham Newcastle review. I did review the game. Big up to you, man. You guys won 4-1. Big up Jordan as well. Big up, man, from Belgium. Good to see you, Nathan. Well, hey, hopefully they can turn things around quickly. Agreed, bro. Agreed. Big up to you, bro. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm good, Luca, man. I'm all good. I got a bit of a cold, though. Sleeper's gone 3-1 to Arsenal. PSV are good. Yeah, they are good, man. They've played 15 games in the Eredivisie, won all 15. So, yeah, they are very, very good. 2-1 Arsenal, says Luca. It's a pointless game. Mine's on Brighton. Yeah, agreed. I think that is our main focus, is the Brighton game. But, we still got to play what's in front of us, and we still got to take this team respect. And we've got to show up this team respect as well. And we've got to get the job done. We've got to keep it professional. And we got to get the 3 points. Simple as that. And we're going to win this game. Big up Ryan as well. Big up to you, Luca. Big up, man. Boss in the chat. How are you doing well, boss? Good evening, guys. Big up yourselves. Bless. Come on, you Gunners. Gunners for life. Yes, boss. Good evening to you, bro. Gunners for life indeed, bro. Gunners for life indeed. Big up to you, boss. Legends. The fan was going 3-1 to the Gunners. Big up to you, bro. Take that any day. Same here. I've got a cold as well, mate. So I know how you feel, fam. Come on, you Gunners. Gunners for life. Yeah, bro. I've had this really bad cold, man. I've had this really bad cold. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we both get rolled soon, bro. But yeah, big up to you, boss. Big up Mel as well. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Jordan says, bro, everyone has been something against me in your group. I said something about Leon Bailey, and they said he doesn't do anything, and you makes me upset and angry yesterday. I know it makes you upset. I'm sorry about yesterday, bro. You didn't do anything wrong, Jordan. It's fine, man. You didn't do anything wrong, so there's no need to apologize, bro. I'm live 9:30. Roma match reaction. Set your reminders. Yes, I will, bro. Appreciate that, man. Yes, big up to you. Josh, bro, everyone is against me in your group chat. I've just read that, I think. And Jordan's gone through on Arsenal. Yeah. So, yeah. That's a preview, people. That is a preview. I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. I feel like it'll be a tough game, but we will get over the line. I said both teams already through. So, yeah, I'm still disappointed, by the way, people, about our result against Aston Villa in the Premier League. Still very, very disappointed about that. It's I've had time to reflect about the game. I've had time to reflect on the game as well and all that stuff. But yes, I know the main thing out, and all I've seen is we were robbed, all this stuff. VAR was against us, and yeah, like I agree, decisions didn't go our way. We should have had 2 penalties. the one from Douglas Luiz on Jesus, that should have been a penalty. And obviously the one where Kai Havertz and where Matty Cash handballed it. He handballed it first. So therefore, I think they got it right in the sense that the goal was disallowed because Havertz also handballed it. So of course it was no goal. But Matty Cash handballed it first. So therefore it was a penalty. So we should have had a penalty. We should have 2 penalties there. But the end of the day, right, the bigger picture is, you know, we were awful in the final third. You know, the end product was absolutely awful for Arsenal. A few players had an off day as well. Jesus was awful, I thought. You know, Odegaard had too many chances that he should have took. And another thing as well, why does this manager wait until 20 minutes to go to make a first substitution? He had Unai Emery make 4 substitutions before Arteta made his first. Oh, Arteta was in the touchline, whatever, yeah? He still directed the players, mate. He still obviously was controlling it, yeah, before the game and obviously halftime and all that stuff, yeah? Airport Albert was being controlled by Arteta. We know this, mate. Yeah, so he could have easily made a sub, but Emery made 4 before Arteta made 1. So that really annoyed me because I was like, we was 1-0 down. And you decide to make a sub with 20 minutes left to go. Bring Trossard on earlier. You know, get these players on earlier to make it more of an impact. Because what do you expect them to really do with 20 minutes to go? For me, it's too short of a time. As I said, Emery made 4 before he made 1. I think Emery made 2 at half time. So that was very disappointing. And yeah, it hurts even more that we've lost to Unai Emery. And I respect the guy so much. Yeah, and I rate Emery as a manager. I think he's a quality manager. Yeah, look at the job he's done with Aston Villa. Look at the job he's done with Villarreal. It didn't work out at Arsenal. Wrong club for him. It just happens, innit, you know? It just happens. Like, a manager doesn't fit a football club. Emery didn't fit Arsenal. Emery didn't suit Arsenal. Emery didn't suit PSG as well. But I tell you who Emery does suit is Aston Villa. You know, and he's a quality manager. So it hurts because it's not the first time Emery's beaten us. You know, we sacked him as well. That's why it hurts a lot more, I think. You know, he beat us with Villarreal and he's beating us again with Aston Villa. So that does hurt a little bit. But I've still got big respect for Unai Emery. I think he's a quality manager. And he knew exactly what he was doing. And the thing is, we should have... and I say it again, I do think, you know, Aston Villa were there for the taking. You know, I really do think Villa were there for the taking. Because we know what Emery did. He literally got his goal and they deserved to go in front. That's not because we started off awfully. It's an awful start. Villa was on the front foot. They got the goal and they sat back. Yeah. Old people say, oh yeah, they played a high line, whatever, yeah. They still sat back. We still controlled possession-wise. We still controlled creating the bigger chances. But what was the issue? We couldn't finish our dinner. We wasn't clinical enough. And you can't come to Villa Park and be like that. You know, you get chances, you got to take them at Villa Park, especially when it's an absolute fortress, yeah? When you're coming up against a well-organised Aston Villa, or up against a quality manager in Unai Emery, right, you have to take your chances. You have to be clinical, and we wasn't clinical. We simply wasn't clinical. So that was the main thing I took out the game, people. Is I was annoyed the fact that we wasn't clinical enough, and I was annoyed with how late the subs were as well. I was annoyed that Emery could make 4 before he made 1. That is what annoyed me a lot, and also the decisions as well from VAR, from the referees, as we know. Again, I'm not putting that as a bigger picture, saying we were robbed, but again, happens every single week. We talk about this where 2 blatant decisions. Douglas Luiz fouls Jesus as a penalty. Havertz, Matty Cash handballs it. Should have been a penalty as well. You know, whether or not we would score the penalties, who knows? But the point is, we would have scored both of them. We would have won the game, whatever. Who knows? We don't know now. It's disappointing results to date. But this is what we need to do now. Yeah, we've lost the game. Bounce back. That's the main thing. You know, you've lost the game. Bounce back now. You know, win this game at PSV. Give us more momentum. Go to Brighton. Win Brighton. Win that game, because that is a very tough game. We know. I'll talk more about that in nearest to time as well. When I do my preview, but we know Brighton's a bogey side. We know we never, do well against Brighton. I don't know what it is. It's just we never turn up. Last season we got battered for 3-0 by Brighton. Season before that, we lost 2-1 to Brighton. So we never seem to really turn up against Brighton, do we? It's gonna be a big test that game as well. But this is no. If you want to win the league title, if you're not going to compete all the way, you have to bounce back now. We can't go on a dip where we lose a game and we lose another one. We've got to bounce back, because after Brighton is a big one. It's Anfield, Liverpool. We could be sitting there, and I hope this isn't the case, but we could be sitting there. If we lose the Brighton game, we could be sitting there saying we just lost to Villa, Brighton, and now we've got Liverpool next. We lose that. That's 3 games in a row that we lost. Momentum's in the absolute mud as well, if that happens. Confidence levels are in the absolute mud. People will start doubting again. So, yeah, it's a tough one to take, because again I'm disappointed in the fact that I think it's very frustrating tonight. I think Villa were there for the taking. I think you got to give credit to them though, where credit's due. I think they're having an amazing season. I think they've got a fantastic manager. I think they're a very well organised team. I think you saw their defence, their midfield, how well organised they were. We struggled to score past them. I thought Emi Martinez had a great game for them. I think the only player I could sit there and say sort of shine from Arsenal would be Kai Havertz. It honestly would be Kai Havertz. And this guy, Kai Havertz, right, he's been an absolute, ever since the international break, something sort of switched in him. I don't know what it is. Maybe he took playing left back personally when Nagelsmann put him left back. I don't know. But something's changing this player, man. And it's starting to look good. And all I ask for Kai Havertz is consistency. And these past couple of games, I've noticed consistency. I've noticed him improving, progressing as a player, right? I disagree with the signing completely. But I'm always want to sit there and say, hold my hands up, I got it wrong. If he proves me wrong, I always want people to prove me wrong. I don't want him to prove me right. And he's been playing really well recently. Really well. So he keeps it up. I'll hold my hands up 100% and say, I got it wrong, Kai Havertz. I got it wrong, Edu. I got it wrong on Twitter. Quality signing. But again, we're still a bit early stages. He's been playing well, and I give credit where credit is due to Kai Havertz. He's been playing really well. But let's wait and let's just see what happens when we come against Liverpool at Anfield, against Brighton as well. Some big tests coming up, some big games coming up as well for Arsenal. But yeah, guys, we move. Overall, we do move, and we do face PSV next. We'll get this game out of the way. May the best team win. Any PSV fans watching, may the best team win. I do expect us to win this game. I've gone 2-1 to the Gunners. And yeah, obviously, guys, content-wise coming up, I've done 3 streams today. Go and check out the other 2. We did Luton Town Man City match review. City did win 2-1 today, so go and check that one out. We did, obviously, Tottenham against Newcastle review as well. And obviously, we got this stream today as well. So big up everyone as always. We're on the road to 6K subscribers. I want to get at least 6K by the end of the year. By 2024, I want to be at 6K subscribers so we can literally grind for 2024 and we see where we're at there. At the end of 2024, man, who knows where we'll be at by the end of 2024. Anything can happen. But yeah, big up for the Sportsways, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow, guys. The podcast got an amazing panel coming tomorrow. We're going to have about 5 quality guests coming on. Stay tuned for that, guys. Would be talking all Arsenal in that podcast, everything to do with Arsenal. That'll be tomorrow. I'm hopefully going to get a PSV fan on tomorrow as well for an opposition preview. He needs to get back to me, low, because he's a bit ill as well. I've got a cold as well, by the way, guys. But yeah, so yeah, there'll probably be 2 live streams tomorrow. Who knows, people? But yeah, that is me done for tonight, guys. Or am I done? I mean, Barcelona are playing right now, aren't they? What's the score in the Barca game? Let's have a look. It's 1-1. Lewandowski and Dovbyk has scored. There could be a match reaction for Barcelona. Who knows, guys? I need to watch the game though, because I missed the first half. I missed the first half, so yeah, who knows? There's probably going to be a match reaction as well for that one. There could be. Who knows? But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. TG podcast is back tomorrow. And yeah, Tuesday match day we will have a watch along, match reaction, player ratings, every single day. Also, content, people. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, whatever you get up to, and come on, the Gunners. I'm getting out of here. Cheers, guys. Legends. Ciao.